everyone. I want to teach you guys how to do some water slides today. So I'm going to teach you how to create them, print them, everything, even apply them. So I'll let you know also that I am recording on my iPad today, so we will be up close and personal when I move the camera. Yeah, I guess without further ado, let's show you what I'm working with. So first stop is the cup that I'm working on. So the sunflowers are the water slides. If anyone doesn't really know what those are, they are basically temporary tattoos that you create yourself for your tumblers. So that's what the sunflowers are on this cup. And then the decal says Lauren, which isn't really able to read on here. That's made out of heat transfer vinyl, or as anyone who creates their decals themselves, they know it as HTV. So let's show you how I create them. Let's see if I can put you over here. Alright, and there we go. So, I use the Silhouette program. I'm just going to kind of point out whenever, whatever I'm showing you on here. So, first, you're going to go to your library, which is up here, and you're going to pick your design. So these are all ones that I believe were free to me when I did the business edition. So I like giraffes. Let's go with that. So first thing you want to do is click it, make it the size you want. I'm going to just kind of bring it down a little bit smaller, move it where I want. And then we're going to go to pages, which is the option up here on the top right on your, honestly I believe it's on any edition for the Silhouette. I have, like I said, the business edition now, so anyway, I have a few extra trinkets on there, whatever, that are available to me. So anyway, first thing you're going to do for setting up your page for the water slides is you're going to click this option. Right here it says registration marks. When you hover over it, it's the third option. And then what that does, hold on, I think I need to click off of this. Uh-oh, why is it not setting? Okay, let's try that again. So first, what you're going to do in the page size, you're going to go to current printer, and that's going to basically line your mat up like this. And you also, let's make it go that way, and you have your, so with the current printer it shows the current page that you're printing with. So typically paper is 8.5 by 11. You pick which layout you want it to go, and then you want to show your print border and your cut border, which are options down here. So you want to keep this within that area. So the cut border shows up red around here, which I'm not sure if that shows up on the video. And then the gray line, if it does show up, which is within the red area, is where it prints. So for example, if I had this giraffe like this, only partial of the giraffe will cut and partial of it will print. If the print area stops like right here, same concept. You'll only get a partial of what's going on that giraffe. So very important things that you want to keep out a look on. So back over to this. Right here are the registration marks, and you're going to pick your style and your type. I picked the Cameo, and that shows, let me zoom in here. Alright, so you have your black square, and then you have your lines here and here. So what these do, when you print this out, those will actually print on the page as well. And then once you put it into your machine, your cut machine or your Silhouette, it will actually look for these marks so it knows where to cut on your machine. So anyway, let's show an example what you do from here. So basically, this is set up. This is ready to print. So you go to File up here, you tell it to print, and there we go. You select your printer, your style. You want to definitely print these in like high definition. I believe some printers have like glossy photo options and things like that. So you wanna do all of that. You wanna do, glossy image, you want high definition, all of that, so that it comes up nice and sharp. I think, let's see if it's still down here. It might be. My son likes to play around in my office when I'm in here, so he moves things. But anyway, this is a water slide that I created a while ago. If anyone watches Handmaid's Tale on Hulu, you know exactly who this is, you know what this image is, and you're probably like, oh my god, right now. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you need to figure it out. But yeah, this is one that I printed in high definition and is ready to either be cut out into shape or put onto a cup. I've been dying to do this, but at the same time, I don't want to like rush into things. I want it to be perfect, so yeah, that's what's going on with that. You can also do like, right now it's Christmas time, so this was actually made for me. I ordered this from someone, so this is a Christmas truck, or I don't know if there's like a certain name for it, but that's for the Christmas cups. So, yeah. Anyway, back to the how to make the water slide part of this. After you print it, you're going to have a sheet that looks like this. Okay? You're going to have your printed marks, your registration marks, you're going to have your images everywhere, and it feels like on the back it is like, let's see, if you've worked with cardstock, you know what I'm talking about, but it's like a stiff, soft backing, and on the front it feels soft as well, but you can tell the difference. This one has more of a like glossy feel to it, or like a silky feel to it, so that's how you know which side is the front. This is a clear water slide, so what that means is when I place it on a light color background cup, you will see the background through the cup. So when I showed my cup before, you could see the glitter through the sunflowers. So yeah, that's what the clear water slide is. And then you want to use your white water slide for anything that has a dark image background. So for example, that Handmaid's Tale water slide that I showed a minute ago, that actually has a white background because it's going to be going on a dark cup. Let's see. Brand wise, I use Hayes Paper Co. I got this from Amazon. I think there's like 15, 20 pieces in there, something crazy like that. You can print like a bunch of, as you saw, like on this one, there's a bunch of water slides on one sheet, so this goes a long way for me anyway. But yeah, so anyway, this is printed. So what you do from here is you actually get your sealer, and sealer is like a spray paint almost, but it is clear, and you just seal it over. It smells like nail polish when you spray it onto it. So you'll do one layer, and then you'll wait like 30 seconds to a minute, however long, until it dries. You come back to it, spray another one, same thing, and then you come and you do your third layer, and then it's ready to go. And once you're done doing that, then you bring it back to your machine and you get ready to cut. So how you do that in Silhouette, move this back over here. You go to send, which is the option up here. You're going to be in the simple section, and then you're going to select right here, copy paper. Oops, that did not like me trying to slide on that. Let's see, I think it's just kind of acting a little wonky right now. So copy paper medium is the option on this one. And then, you know, you have all your settings here. It's 10, 15, and 1, and then this little thing says 2 on it. So I'm still kind of trying to figure out exactly what, which one means what. So I'm not sure if this means speed or this number, but 2, 10, 15, and 1. If you know what those mean, if you've worked with Silhouette, awesome. I literally have had this thing for 3 years and still have not figured it out. And that probably, honestly, I'm just going to blame my dyslexia for that because I have no idea which one goes to which. Also, side note, I know that my calendar over there says September. Really random fact, but it's in one of those spots where you forget about your calendar over there, so no judgment. But anyway, so yeah, once you cut that out, you will have shapes like this. So you have a bunch of them, and they're all cut and ready to go. When I cut my water slides for this particular cup, for some reason it wasn't cutting exactly where it was, and I think what it was is because I did not print, or not print, I didn't go from printing to sealing to cutting in like the same stretch. Instead, I printed it like 5 days ago, and then I'll turn you this way so you can actually see me. now because I think I'm done with the how to make them portion of it. But yeah, so what was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, I didn't go from like step to step. Instead, I created one thing for one cup, and then later on I was working on something else, then I was working on shirts, and I think because I was in and out of the program so much, my settings got changed when I saved my sunflower water slide, and once that happened, it just didn't cut properly, or the settings weren't proper. Also, if you see my face like lighting up and getting dark again, it's because my toddler is playing with the light switch while my husband and the other kids play a board game. But anyway, so these are the water slides. They're ready to go. They're sealed, they're cut, they're ready, and I will show you how to apply them now. So typically, you'll have a bowl of water. You'll have your cup ready. Your cup's usually sanded and primed. This is a cup that I put way too much epoxy on for my daughter, and I've never done anything with it other than that. And it's just kind of my sample cup, or my, here's an example. That's going to be probably in my videos a lot, so that's what that is. Anyway, so when your cup is, has the first layer of epoxy, it's ready for decals, things like that. You literally will sand it down, it will be prepped, and you're ready to put your water slide on. So all you do is you put this into your water. And I like to use warm water. I'm not sure if that's like a needed thing. Right now it's cold water, so I guess we'll figure it out. These do curl up as soon as you put it into the water. Just leave it alone, because if you try to uncurl it, it will crack the water slide, and then you'll ask questions later on, like the Tumblr groups, and be like, why did it crack? Leave it alone. Put it in there, let it do its thing. If you leave it long enough, about 2-3 minutes, it will actually start to lay or become flat again. So I'm going to put that in. You can see it's starting to curl. We'll give that a second. Actually, while my fingers are still wet, one thing you do, so this cup isn't fully prepped. It's not really sanded, but that's okay. It'll still go on. It'll be fine. When you're ready to lay your decals or your water slides, you like pick whatever spot. So when you use a light spot, you're going to take your water and wet it a little bit. And it's like, you can't really see, but it doesn't look, actually you can see, it doesn't look wet. It doesn't look crazy. You can see the droplets not like soaked or saturated. You don't have to do like the works or anything. You don't have to get crazy. You just, get it damp and ready so that your water slide slips around. So I'll leave that a second. While the water slide is prepping itself, I'm going to kind of quick note something. Water slides, whoops, dropped it. So water slides can be placed 2 different ways. You can place them directly on the cup. Let's see if I can get another cup over here as a sample, since that one's wet. So you can place them directly on like this, and then move the water slide off of the back paper and pull the back paper out. Or when you print it in the printing process, or when you're creating it, you can reverse the image. Once you reverse the image, then you can take the water slide like this, and you can actually just pull away, and the water slide will slide right off onto the cup. It is the easiest way to do water slides. Highly recommend it with, what you're doing. These particular ones, I think I ruined that one. It doesn't matter, that one's just a sample. But anyway, these particular ones, it didn't matter regardless if I reversed them or not, so they're just normal. But if you want an easy application, reverse your image and print it that way. That way, it's easier to apply later on. So my water slide is beyond ready. It's already peeling up. If you could see, it's not as curved here. You could see, you can see it peeling up off the paper. So I'm going to pull that out. The other day, side note, not random facts again. This one's actually going to be about me again. But I mentioned the other day in a video that I do my own nails, so it's actually hard to grab this now because I have my nails done. But anyway, so back to the cup. Your cup's prepped, it's wet. This, as you can see, is sliding off. You can see the little edge there. I'm just gonna kind of reverse it, place it, and pull. And it's done, it's on. So I'm gonna try to, dry the edges a little bit so that it's easier for me to fully apply this. And all I'm going to do is gently go like this. And what I'm doing when I'm doing that is, hair in my mouth. Okay, so what I'm doing when I'm doing that is just getting the water from behind it out. I'm getting rid of the creases in the cup. And I'm getting it to lay flat. I can also move it around because I wet that surface. If you're going to move it around, seriously be super gentle with it because it does rip. It's very easy to rip. It's kind of like, it feels like saran wrap or plastic wrap. A lot of people call that different things, so sealant or whatever. I don't know all the names, but anyway, it feels like that on your fingers. But it rips apart, like I said, super easy, like aluminum foil rips pretty easy. So I'll just use that as an example. So you can't really see the cracks too much. I mean, there's some still in there, but it's fine. They will push themselves out, you know, once I go over it a little bit further. Also, what I like to do is I actually use microfiber. Sometimes I use a napkin if I have it, but I just kind of tap it down. So that's all I'm doing. And you can even use that to gently push out those cracks as well. So it's actually getting really super dry right now, so I might not want to keep doing this. I'm going to do like 1 or 2 more. So anyway, if you make your, let me put this down for a second because my hand's a little sticky. When you peel your water slides off, the backing of the actual paper itself, where the water slide was, is like tacky, almost gooey feeling. And it's not tacky because then that kind of sounds like it's sticky, but anyway, that's on that paper. You'll know what I'm talking about when you work with water slides. But anyway, if you let this dry out, if you try to move it around, it will rip instantly. The more dry it is, the more cracks you can also create. It also can lift on the edges. But if you look, so when I was talking about clear water slides before, you can actually see the mica powders on this cup through. You can see all the background, and it actually looks pretty cool on this one. I really like how it looks on this particular cup. Like, I don't know, I just love it. But yeah, so it's nice and smooth. There's a few like little ridges in there, which will be once again okay. And what I did for the sunflower cup is I actually sealed the cup when I was done. I posted online about it, asking because it's been a little while since I've done the water slides, if you seal it or not, because I really could not remember. So I actually decided to seal it because I did have a few edges that were lifting on my water slide. And I wanted to make sure that, you know, when I was epoxying the cup, that those didn't peel up on me. So I did actually seal the cup, and it helped a lot. There was only one edge that peeled up a little bit on my water slide, but the epoxy ended up, like, I was able to push it back down with the epoxy, if that makes sense. So hopefully when this cup is fully cured, it will be good to go. And I don't have to worry about it. If not, then I can just kind of like sand in the area or something and re-prep it, do a, you know, a real thin layer after that. But anyway, this is really super dry. If I mess up or I decide later on, hey, I don't like that, you can easily peel it back up. And that's what the water slide looks like. Let's see if I can get that to. So it's literally all it is. It's just a really thin film. It breaks super easily, like you could see. You know, it breaks. So yeah, that's how you create them, how you apply them, and then you seal them, all of that. So I hope this was informative. I hope that you guys who are afraid to start using water slides, you actually tackle this because it's really cool, it's really easy, and it prevents from layering decals or doing like the stickers or whatever. It's super easy and I just love doing it. So hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, have a good night.